Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. How are you all? How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good too. So let's see the
Good evening.
text. I'm sharing the screen, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see the test.
Ma'am, do we have number systems for this weekend's test?
Yes, I've given you number systems.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see your test. By the time others are joining, you can start looking at your test papers. So this is Sampath, yours. You were asking me where did I lose my marks? So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
first question is correct, absolutely. Second is also correct. Third is also done. In the fourth one, there is a mistake. Okay. The fourth question, where it was said that, see, many of the children have done the same mistake. If it is said in the question that Q lies on PR, okay, if PR is some line and Q lies on it, then don't mistake it that that is a midpoint. Okay, it's not necessarily that it's a midpoint only. PQ will be equal to QR. This is not given. Okay, see, you have written it under given, but it is not given in the question. If you see the question, it is not
Okay,
given.
ma'am.
It is just said that Q lies on PR. Okay, it is not said that it's a
Okay, ma'am.
midpoint.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, then the next step will be correct, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the next step PQ plus QR is correct, ma'am.
So with that, no, although you have done, chalo, you have done PQ plus QR equals to PR, but you have initially what we are asked to prove. Let me see the question. Where is the question? Can't find the question wherever I written. But it wasn't given in the question that it is a midpoint. If you have the question with you, you can check out. Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
So you just had to say that PQ plus PQR is equal to PR and which axiom follows it. You
Okay, ma'am.
So in that case, what we would have done is that I'll just discuss the paper with you. I'll discuss the paper with you. Saying,
Ma'am, actually my net was bad, so I sent my answer scripts to Manisha, ma'am. Did you receive them?
I've got it. It's on the WhatsApp.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll check it then. I have not checked. I have checked all the papers which was given on Visa. I'll
Yes,
see
ma'am.
that. I'll see that, but then paper won't be shown to you. Only the marks will be shared then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll check and share your marks with you. Just a second. I'll just open the paper. Your class is 9th, no? Okay, so this is the paper. See here. In this question, if P, Q, and R are points on a line and Q lies between P and R, then prove that PQ plus QR is equal to PR. Nowhere it is given that Q is the midpoint of PR. It just said that Q lies on PR. Okay. So in that case, what we will do is that we will take a line, we'll take a line that is PR, which coincides with PQ plus QR. Okay. We'll assume that PR is some line which coincides with, you have such an example in your NCERT book. If you just turn through the pages of your NCERT book, you have a same example there. Okay. So in that case, we just assume that PR is some line which is coinciding with this line, PQR. All right. And the axiom that follows then will, the two things which coincide are equal to one another. Okay. That axiom will follow then.
Okay.
Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
You will just take an, I'll show you example also. If you just turn through the pages of your NCERT book, we assume that PR coincides with PQ plus QR. There is some line PR which coincide with PQ. My pen won't work on this. Okay, PQ plus PR. Just a second. If I close this. Okay, it will not open here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, never mind, but you have the question paper with you, no? Okay, so we'll discuss. I'll write the questions and we'll discuss the paper today. Okay,
Okay.
so Sampath, you can see your paper. The rest we'll
Yes, ma'am.
discuss all the questions. It's for everyone's benefit. Okay, then this is the fifth question. That was correct. Then in the sixth question again, C be the midpoint. Now see, you have already taken C, let C be the midpoint. But this thing was to be proved. I have written here, this is to be proved. यही तो हमने prove करना है इस question में. Okay? जो चीज
Okay,
हमने
ma'am.
prove करनी है, that you cannot assume at first only, no? This is what is to be proven. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
So these were your mistakes. Okay, so the next person is Rohit. Your paper is on WhatsApp. Okay, let's see Harshit. Harshit, what happened this time? So many mistakes. Harshit is here?
Yeah, ma'am, I don't know.
Yes. So Harshit, see your paper. The first question is correct. The C you have not written. This was a direct question. Write the fifth postulate. This was just a statement. And children, with the statement, you had to make a figure also. Okay? Right? Many of you have just written the statement correctly, but the figure is not made. But I have not deducted any marks there. But if in exams you are asked to make to write the fifth postulate, then along with the statement you have to make the figure also.
Okay, ma'am.
Then the next third question is correct. Okay. And it is correct, and you're saying here the axioms used here are things which are halves of the same things are equal to one another. So this is not the concept of half. Again, the same thing, same mistake you are also doing. Okay, here this is not a concept of half. Although you can say whole is greater than its part. Okay. It was given a line AB and you had to show that AC is a part of AB. This was the question. The fourth question is here. This is not given at all. Nowhere it is given that Q is the midpoint. The same question where Sampath also made mistake. You also made the same mistake. It is not given that Q is a midpoint. It is just that the Q lies on PR. Okay, and this fifth question, the circles one. This was the question where you had circles. Okay, so this also went wrong. This was the circle question. This like this one. P was here, Q is here, R is here. Okay, so this was yours. And who else is here? Jitendra. Let's see Jitendra's paper. Jitendra, this is your paper. Jitendra is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Jitendra, you can see your paper. Okay, your first question is absolutely fine. Second one is here. Whole is greater than its part. Okay, you have shown that this thing, what was to be proven here. Yes, here, whole is. Then third question, this was the fourth question. Okay, so fourth question again went wrong. Then fifth question is correct. And sixth question is correctly done. This is sixth question, but the figure is missing here. Okay.
Okay.
So where do I find A, B, C? There is A, B, C, D. Now see if you are mentioning something in your answer, AC plus BC, AD and all. Where do I find all these alphabets? So figure is required, okay? And this is the second question you have done at the end, the fifth postulate. Okay, so you have correct, the statement is correct, but since there is no figure, still I have not deducted marks, but it's only for your benefit. I'm saying wherever the postulate is asked, fifth postulate is asked, you have to show it with the figure. Okay. In fact,
Okay, ma'am.
wherever the figure is, with whichever postulate, whichever axiom, figure is there, you have to show it with the figure. Right? Try to explain the things as I was explaining you with examples. See, initially when I was explaining you the axioms, I had taken no, that 2 children got 40 marks in the test. Is it? So try to do it something like that. You know, some figures should be there so that the other person can understand it well. Okay. Yukta now. Yukta is here.
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here.
Okay. Yukta, see your test paper. This is here. Yukta, you got 26. Your first question is absolutely correct. Second question is postulate is given correctly. Even you have not made a figure. Okay. So make figure also, although I have given you full marks for this. Right? Yes. Third question is also correct. Fourth is also correct. Fifth is also correct. In sixth question, you lost 4 marks here. You just got 2 marks here. Because in this question, it was asked to show that there is only one midpoint of a particular line. If AB is any line, it should be given that there is only one midpoint. So to find one midpoint, you have what you have done is not the correct way. I think you have, I don't know what you have done here. Okay, so things which are, once I was reading on, I didn't remember. Okay, so we'll discuss these questions. Okay, all the test questions, we'll discuss it in today's class.
Ma'am, could you please tell my marks if you have marked my paper?
I have not checked yet, Rohit. It was on the WhatsApp, no?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll check it and I'll share it with you. Okay,
Okay,
I'll
ma'am.
share the marks with you. Okay, I'll do that. Even one more, and second thing is that please, why don't you post your paper on WhatsApp? Why do you WhatsApp it?
Ma'am, my internet was very low, so I couldn't, my WhatsApp was taking long to open.
Okay, okay. Okay. And children, one more thing I want to say, if you have any doubts, no, please don't WhatsApp individually. Put your doubt on the maths doubts group. You all have seen the maths doubts group? Have you all seen the maths doubts group? Hello?
Yeah.
You all have seen, no? So please put your doubt on your doubts group. Okay, just a second, children. Okay. So please post it on the doubts group. I'll clarify your doubts there. Okay, everyone? Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So let's discuss the paper today.
Ma'am, today means Sunday's test will we have the representation? Is it a subjective or objective?
I have given you, this test will be objective and I have given you number system. Okay, just to, so that you know, we are revising now on whatever chapters we have done so far, all the 5 chapters. So let's give a revision to that. Okay, shall we? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So keeping that in mind, I have taken the chapter from the previous topic, previously done topic. Okay, so it will be a revision also for you. And moreover, many of you must be having your periodic assessments also after your vacations get over. No? In your schools. So it will be a revision also. Do you have periodic assessment test in your school? Hello, do you have
Yes, ma'am.
periodic
Ma'am,
test?
do you mean the 30-mark tests?
Yeah, the small test, unit 1 test. Do you have it?
Ma'am, I have 4, but I think this year I only have 2, then I have the term exams.
Okay, but term exams are in September, no? Somewhere half yearly
No,
exam.
ma'am, actually in my school, 9th grade will get over by December, and we will have a finals in Jan, because we'll start 10th grade early.
Okay. So what about your test? You have your test after your vacations?
Ma'am, the teacher gives us worksheets after each chapter, but she doesn't take tests.
Okay, no formal test. So you'll have only half yearly exams directly.
Ma'am, I don't know yet because the teacher only completed 1 chapter, but she didn't take any test before our vacation.
Okay, so which chapter your ma'am has done?
Ma'am, only number system.
Okay. Chalo, never mind. We'll revise those whatever chapters, the 5 chapters we have done, no? Number system, and then what was after that? Coordinate geometry, linear equations, Euclid, and one more was there, no? What was that? Whatever. We'll revise all those chapters, right? Okay, let's take today's test. So the first question was, what was the first question? Again, I'll have to open. It's not opening on this, no? It will take time. Where is that? Okay, the first question is, if Ram and Ravi have the same weight, if they each gain weight by 2 kg, how will their new weight be compared? So this question everyone has done correctly, because if both of them have had same weight, that means suppose if their weight is X and 2 kg is added to their weight, so that will be X plus 2, Ram's weight will be X plus 2 and Ravi's weight will also be X plus 2. That means you can say when equals are added to equals, the totals are same. Is that? So this axiom follows here. Now, second question was a very straightforward question. State Euclid's fifth postulate. So you just had to write the same statement as you have studied in your book, the same way. Okay? That when a line intersects 2 lines, the interior angles formed on one side, the sum of those 2 interior angles is less than 180 degrees, and the lines can be indefinitely extended towards the side where the angles are less than 180 degrees. That's the statement you have done. So the statement along with the figure. Okay, the figure is also required there, making of those 2 lines, making the third line which is cutting those 2. Okay, so that is required there. Only Sampath has made that thing. Sampath has written the statement also and with the figure also. Okay. In the given figure, if one point C lies between A and B, then prove that AB is greater than AC. Now, which axiom is applied here? Now, it is said that, see here, don't mistake that C is the middle point. It's nowhere given that C is the midpoint. It's just said that if point C lies on AB. So, lying means it can be anywhere on this AB line. Okay. So, we say that as C lies between A and B, if AB is one whole, that means AC is a part of AB. We can say that. Yes, children, can we say that if AB is one whole line, can we say that AC is a part of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it no? So, by using the axiom that whole is greater than its part, so we can justify that AB is greater than AC. Yes, we can justify that. Do you agree to this? My pen won't work on this actually. Do you agree to this? Can AC be called as a part of AB, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So only this much was to be done in this, showing that AC is a part of AB and the axiom which applies is whole is greater than its part. So we can say that AB is greater than AC. Okay, now see the question number 4. If P, Q and R are points on a line and Q lies between P and R. Now Q lies between P and R. Don't mistake that Q is the midpoint. It just lies. Then prove that PQ plus QR is equal to PR. So we have to prove that from distance from P to Q and Q to R is equal to PR. So in that case, what do? We just take one more line. We just assume one line, PR coincide. I'll just show you this on the one more page. Okay, so this is question number 4 that we are discussing. We assume here in this question, we assume that PR coincide with PR is some line. We are assuming, okay, that this line coincides with PQ plus QR. And from the axiom, we can say that things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Things which coincide with one another, are equal to one another. Okay, so this axiom will follow just by assuming that another line which is coinciding, which coincides with PQ plus PR. And so we can say PQ plus QR is equal to PR. So that means this line is equal to this line because these two lines are coinciding and so we can say they are equal. And I was saying, no, there is an example in your chapter. So I'll show you the chapter here. This is Euclid Introduction to Euclid Geometry. The same example is here. Please I always give you homework to do the examples and exercises of your book. So maybe you have not seen the example. This is an example in your book. Here, this. This is this only. A, B, C are 3 points on a line. B lies between A and C. No, not this one. This. There is that one example. This only. It's written here. In the figure given above, AC, this example, A, B, C are 3 points on the line and B lies between A and C. Then prove that AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB plus BC is equal to AC. So what do you do here in the figure given above? AC coincides with AB plus BC. Now what have they done here? they have assumed a line AC which coincides with AB plus BC. And using Euclid's axiom, fourth axiom, it says that things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. And so it can be deduced that AB plus BC equals to AC. Note that in this solution, it has been assumed that there is a unique line passing through the 2 points. Okay. So do you see there is the same example in the chapter? Right, children? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes.
So this is, oh, this is something else. Okay, so our chapter was, this was the question paper, right? No, this is some other paper, this is here. Now let's come to question number 5. P and Q are centers of two intersecting circles. Now P and Q are the centers of two circles which intersect at R. Prove that PQ, P to Q, this line, PQ, QR and PR are equal. So which axiom applies here? So what can you say in this question? This is also pretty, let's come to the note page. Okay. Question number 5. Now it is said that we had the figure like this, right? So this is P to Q. Maybe this is the figure is not come out correctly. Okay, so this is P, Q, and R. So we say that PQ is equal to PR. Why? How can we say that? Because just take the figure again. Okay, like this. So now this is the center, this is the center. From P to Q, you can see this is the radius. P to Q is the radius of circle 1 and Q to P is another circle of radius, another circle, right? And this is the point of intersection. So we can say PQ is equal to PR because if we join the line P to R, this will again be a radius. Okay, so what can we say here? Radius of same circle with center P. Radius of, these are the radius of the same circle, no, with center P. So we can write here radii of same circle with center P. Right? Similarly, if we have PQ equal to QR, PQ equal to QR. Say PQ is here and QR is here. So PQ and QR are also the radii of the same circle. Which circle? C2. This was the of the circle 1. So this is again we can say these are the radii of same circle. These are the radii of same circle with center Q. And the circle name is C2. Right? You agree to this much? So say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Just name it 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2, we can say that all are equal. So from 1 and 2, we can say that PQ is equal to QR is equal to PR. Can we say? Yes, things which are equal to the same things are equal. Hello? Hello, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we say that things which are equal to the same, things which are equal to
Yes,
same
ma'am.
things are equal? Have you understood this? See here, P to Q. P to Q is the radius of a C1 circle, and from P to R is also a radius of C1 circle. So we can say PQ is equal to PR because they are radii of the same circle C1. Yes? Is the first part understood to you? Have you understood the first part? Say yes or no.
Yes,
Class,
ma'am.
and similarly, if you see the circle 2, you can see that P to Q and Q to R are also the radii of the same circle C2. Are they? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So from 1 and 2, we can say if PQ is equal to QR and QR is equal to PR. So PQ is equal to QR and QR is equal to PR. Right? Yes. PQ is equal to QR and PQ is also equal to PR. So we can say that all these are equal. So things which are equal to same things are equal. Right? So this was question number 5. Now coming to question number 6. Question number 6 was that to show that a line has only one midpoint. Okay, prove that every line segment has one and only one midpoint. Okay, now how do we prove that? So to prove this, we just take a contradiction. मान लेते हैं that we have two midpoints in this line. So, okay, A to B is one line, and there are two midpoints. One midpoint is C, another midpoint is C dash. We just assume, okay? Okay, we are just assuming. Assume that C and C dash are two midpoints. You can please note down this, okay? Are two midpoints of AB. Now, if they are two midpoints, okay, let's assume that if AC is the midpoint, then we can say AC is half of AB. We can write like this. If we say AC is the midpoint, we can write AC is half of AB. Similarly, if we assume that C dash, this comma is, I'm reading it as C dash, AC dash. So if AC dash is also a midpoint, that means AC dash will also be half of AB. I can write this also. Yes, can I write this? Yes, children, do you agree to this? Can I write it like this?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
I have assumed that C and C dash both are the midpoints. So I can write for both like this, no? And from these two, what do I conclude? Half AB is AC is equal to half AB. AC dash is equal to half AB. So this implies that AC is equal to AC dash. I can say like this. Yes. Then which axiom follows here? Things which are equal to same things are equal. So these are things which are equal to same things are equal. So axiom that follows here is things which are equal to same things. Things which are equal to same things are equal. Okay. So this axiom follows here. And with this, we can say that C and C dash coincide. That means C and C dash are not different points. They are just one only. Is it? Yes, we can say that
Yes, ma'am.
C and C dash coincide. Hence, we can say that every line has only one midpoint. Hence, every line segment has only one midpoint. Right, children? I hope you have understood this. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, understood.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Anyone still has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
There are others. Harshit is here, Rohit is here, Sampath is here. Where are others? Just now, so
Ma'am, only 4 people are there in the meeting.
they were more earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
It's just within 1 minute that they have gone. Maybe the network problem or something. Just now they all were here. I was looking here. Yukta was there, Jitendra was there. Okay. So is that clear now? We have discussed all the questions of the test,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. So we'll practice more questions on this. Okay. So not to worry if even if your marks has gone down, so not to worry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just practice,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Now. Because you know this chapter is very simple. Simple, इतना simple है कि you cannot even think of this. Is it? So sometimes what happens when the things are very simple, no? That time also we make mistakes. Okay, now let's see the chapter part. Let's see what the chapter tells us. Okay, this is Euclid's. So we have done all the postulates and axioms of this.
Ma'am, is the chapter ended?
Yes,
Has the chapter ended?
chapter end तो कुछ भी नहीं है बच्चे. There is nothing in the chapter actually. There is just one exercise. Okay, there is just one exercise.
Okay, ma'am.
So whatever we are doing are the extra sums which are based on this chapter. Because in NCERT you have very limited sums, is it, for practice? So we are doing from a different book. So two distinct lines cannot have more than 1 point in common. Okay, so this is exercise. Let's see what is there in this exercise. Which of the following statements are true and which are false? Give reason for your answer. Only one line can pass through a single point. Is it?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. False.
False. Okay. So from a single point, so many lines can pass. No? तो ये
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
हम
Ma'am, infinite number of lines can pass through. Yeah?
हाँ, so ये तो हम बचपन से पढ़ते ही आ रहे हैं. From our junior most class we have been studying this. Okay, so this was false. There is a pen gone. Okay, here. So this is false. Okay, let's देखते हैं second part. There are an infinite number of lines which pass through two distinct points. Is
Ma'am,
that
false.
from 2
Ma'am,
points?
false.
Is that false? No. So from 2
Ma'am,
points, only one line.
only one line
One
can
line.
pass through, right?
Yes, only one line can pass. Okay, see the next one. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely on both the sides. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So
True.
terminated
Yes.
line means like this. A line is there. Can it be produced off to both sides? Yes. See, it was written here, no? We were studying this in the axiom also. Only in one of the postulates we had studied this. Not postulate, I think axiom only. No, it's here in the postulate. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely, is it? So if this is a line, note that we call the line segment nowadays is called Euclid's, is what Euclid called a terminated line. The line line segment that we study these days, usko Euclid ne, he said terminated line. So according to the present day terms, the second postulate says that a line segment can be extended on either side to form a line. So it can be extended to both the sides. Yes, you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो जिसको हम आज लाइन सेगमेंट बोलते हैं ना, उसको यूक्लिड ने बोला था टर्मिनेटेड लाइन, राइट? बिकॉज it had a starting point, it had an end point. So he said that's a terminated line. So it can be extended on both sides. That means you can stretch the line to both sides. Okay? You can stretch its length. Okay, so that's true.
Yes, ma'am.
If two circles are equal, then their radii are equal. Okay, that's all.